Hey guys, it is currently 3:17 in the morning on Friday, May 24th. Long time no see at this point. This week has been very difficult. It has been a hassle. Nothing physical has happened to me. I didn't lose anyone. I haven't lost anything. Anxiety has just been very high strung this week because of the attack on Monday, which I do know what that was spawned from, but I don't want to discuss it. I will just say that it is social media related and directly someone on Instagram, but that's about as deep into it as I want to go right now, because I don't want to risk triggering anything. So that's as far as I'm willing to go at the moment. This week has been very difficult for words. It has been very difficult for me. It's been very difficult for just about anything that involves using my brain. This whole week has been very frazzled and complicated and complex, and I hardly remember anything that I've actually done without looking at it. I normally record stuff in a planner that I've done that day, so that way I can keep track of it. I haven't done that this week because forcing myself to do something and then also remembering to write it down in the planner there was too much of a disconnect there, and there still kind of is. There's a huge disconnect. It's Friday, the attack happened on Monday, and I still haven't reached my normal, and that's putting it gently. Even right now I feel like I'm struggling to try and keep my voice from not wavering really bad. But I think I'm doing okay. I do apologize if it wavers a lot or anything, but I'm doing my best. So, because I don't have stuff written down in my planner, I only have vague ideas of what I did when, and it's all based on my word count app. So I'm going to do my best to go through stuff without taking a million years to go through and look at each individual thing to see what happened when. Monday, the day of the attack, at 11:12 p.m. I recorded 34 words from Converstory, which is a hashtag prompt on Twitter where you write dialogue between characters without action tags or descriptions or dialogue tags or anything. You just write the dialogue. And I do all of those prompts with Ken and Alex from the Carver Baxter series, or at the very least characters from that series. And those are the only words that I wrote on Monday. On Tuesday at 11:14 p.m. I recorded 203 words, which was from book 2 of the Carver Baxter series. I can't remember if I told you anything about that one, but this one's a homicide. The first one was a kidnapping. This one is a homicide. Tuesday also had a fun adventure. Fun. Around 4 a.m. my heart started racing randomly. I got really pale and clammy and sweaty, and I had a headache, and I was dizzy, and all of that just hit me suddenly, and then I looked at the time, and it was about 4 a.m., and it blew my mind because that was about the time that my anxiety attack started on Monday. And it was like my brain had just recognized that that was the time that it had occurred at. And just the fact that it remembered that and remembered how bad it had been the day before, that there was some overlying stuff to work through the next day, and or the pure fear of Monday's attack, or that I would have it again, or I don't know, but either way, Tuesday was hell because of that. I didn't have a full-blown attack, Tuesday. I did not have the mental capability of another attack, because I was completely exhausted and worn out from Mondays. But I definitely had very, very strong anxiety revolving around Monday's attack, still lingering 24 hours later, which isn't that out of the ordinary, but I normally don't have almost anxiety attacks triggered purely by a time of day, to say the least. Tuesday, I also believe that was when I started going through my research for the Lost City of Z, and I moved a few more things over to note cards, because back when I was doing that before Camp Nano, my knuckles got really sore, my wrists were really sore, so I couldn't continue recording stuff down on note cards. So on Tuesday, since I couldn't write in the morning, I think, I jotted that down as well. Wednesday, 2,420 words. The first 1,075 were written sometime before 8 a.m., and the rest of them were written from then, sometime after I slept, and then up until 10:44 p.m. That was all for, that was all for GTH, which I don't think I've talked about in a million years. And then Thursday, yesterday, I wrote 1,344 words, which was divided between Untitled Mysteries and the Carver Baxter book, I think. And then I took, I took some more notes here, and then I took some more notes on the notebook that's under the iPad as well, to keep track of everything that's going on there and what they need to accomplish and all of that. Fun stuff. But it's been very difficult. I have not met my writing goal since Sunday. That's been hard, but I can't physically meet it. My head is so scattered that none of my characters come through for much longer than like 20 minutes at a time. And it's very difficult for me. But I'm slowly working on it. I'm doing my best to keep myself as relaxed as possible. I'm doing my best to mute or block people on social media the exact moment that they appear to be causing a problem. If I'm talking to someone online and my heart starts racing, I'm probably going to mute them, tell them to enjoy their day, and then mute them or block them and be on my way, because I can't handle it right now. Especially right now. But yeah, I'm working on making progress. At the moment, I am attempting export number 3 of a Days Gone video that is supposed to go up today, but it keeps freezing at the same point, so more than likely I'll have to delete the video, re-edit the 35-minute clip back into the 32-ish minutes that I had it down to, and then try exporting it again and hoping for the best. We'll see. So I haven't even attempted writing yet today. It's also been raining all morning so far. There was a lot of thunder and lightning much earlier. It hasn't thundered in a while, which is a plus, but because of the thunder, my little dog hates thunder. He is there. He's normally in the laundry room, but he barks a lot when he's back there because he hates thunder, so I brought him in here. He's been relatively chill. But yeah. This video is frozen again, so I'm going to cancel the export and delete the video and re-edit it. Fun stuff. But I think that's everything. Again, I'm doing my best to not stress myself out about not meeting the word goals, because I know that at this point I don't really have a choice. If my characters aren't talking to me, I can't do anything about it. But whenever they are talking to me, I'm doing my best to write stuff down, because I know that it probably won't last for long. I'm hoping that after the weekend things get better, but we'll see. I plan on taking more of my Z notes tomorrow. I'm probably going to help my mom do some stuff in her room. We're going to wallpaper her wall and then put a headboard together for her bed. And before we can wallpaper the wall, we have to fill in all of the seams on the paneling. And that's something that we might do tomorrow, and I'm hoping to help. so that way I have something to do that's not staring at a blank screen with the knowledge that I'm probably not going to accomplish anything. There were even a couple times that I considered starting a new book again, but I don't want to add more books to my thing. But honestly, at this point, if it helps any, you know, what's the harm? But we'll see. I'm gonna edit this Days Gone video and hope that it exports this time, and then we'll go from there when it comes to writing and all of that. The other thing I did, I forgot. I started editing a novel yesterday morning for a friend, and I edited the first 4 chapters, I think, which was 5,003 words with all of the suggested corrections and all of that. There's a lot of chapters in it, but that's currently what my editing attention is drawn to, and then after that's done, I'm supposed to edit 3,000 words for someone that I was supposed to edit on Tuesday, but they didn't send it to me, and they sent me a message this morning to tell me that they would send it to me eventually, which is super helpful. But if they don't have it sent to me within a couple days of me finishing this novel, then I'll be moving on to the first edit of BV. All fun stuff. But I'm going to edit this Days Gone video. I'm going again. And then we're going to export it for the 4th time and see if it works. And if it does, I'll see if I can get any writing done. And if anything gets accomplished today, I will be sure to give you guys an update. But with how things have been going, I don't have any guarantees, but hopefully I'll be put together enough to remember to give you an update. And if not, I will do my best to do so over the weekend. But we will see, and hopefully I will see you guys soon with an actual update. Alrighty, it is 4:02 in the morning on Monday, May 27th, and I still don't feel like me. At this point, it's been pretty much exactly a week since my very bad anxiety attack started, which lasted over an hour last Monday. And even though it's been a week, I still don't feel like me. I feel like I'm mostly there, but I'm not fully there. Writing is still very difficult. It's very hard to get my characters to actually come through and talk to me and tell their stories so that way I can write them. I haven't been able to do any of my Pride sketches. It's been very hard to talk myself into editing videos. I've only edited one since it happened because it was a work in progress video and I already had the majority of it edited when it happened, if I recall correctly. And then I've edited a gaming video. That's about it. But writing has been difficult. I have only met my word goal once, I think, and that day was very hard to accomplish that, but I managed, and I haven't done it again all week. Working on it, though. So far this morning, I have worked on the door-to-door sales slayer, and I wrote 674 words there. The door-to-door sales slayer is now at a total of 17,589 words. I have been putting the majority of my time yesterday, potentially the day before. I honestly don't remember. Time still kind of blurs together. When I wasn't helping my mom with stuff in her room, I was building the little tiny models for The Surgeon's Basement, which is book 1 of the Bo Austin series. We've got a bed, and there's a little dresser over here with 2 drawers on it, but that's been fun. I like building little things. It relaxes me most of the time. It really hurts my knuckles, but anything that takes my mind off of things and forces my mind to do other things instead of just sit in silence or sit in noise, neither is exactly a good thing if you're not focusing on something directly, for me. Anyway, I don't speak for the rest of the world. But I've been doing my best. My mom and I have filled in all of the lines on the paneling on the one wall in her room. It's been wallpapered. The majority of the walls have been painted. Her headboard has been assembled and put on the bed. The desk has been painted, contact papered. Her nightstands have been papered, contact papered and painted, and her bookshelf has been contact papered and painted. Today we took out the old doorknob and installed the new doorknob. Eventually we're going to work on figuring out how to fix the issue where a certain giant dog may have chewed a set of drawers in there. I have a few ideas, but, you know, probably not going to happen tomorrow. Maybe sometime later on in the week, but we'll see. I also bruised my ankle really bad. While I was sanding the wall, I stepped off of the footstool and smacked the knobby thing on my ankle on the metal part of the bed frame where the headboard ends up being screwed in eventually, and bruised the knobby thing on my ankle pretty bad. So I normally sit Indian style here in my bungee chair, and I currently can't sit normally because my ankle rests on the hard part of the chair, so I've been sitting the past few days with a pillow shoved under my ankle, because it's the only way I can sit here, which is cool. But that is slowly healing. It still hurts a lot, but, you know, much better than many of my other injuries, I suppose. But yeah, I am doing my best to get back into writing. I'm like at least 4,000 words behind where I should have been today, even though before this I was like 10,000 words ahead of where I needed to be. It's kind of a bitter pill to swallow, and I think that's putting it gently, because normally by now I've hit 100,000 words and I'm still at 82,831 for the month. Definitely down from where I would like to be. But I wasn't expecting an entire hellscape week, and that's definitely also putting it gently. But at this point, I'm going to move on to Child Sickness for a little bit, do a little bit of writing there, maybe like 100 words, if even, just to get it written in, and then I'm going to move on to FTZ. There are some more scenes that I need to remove. For the most part, I can't work on that book right now because it ties in with one of my other books, and I need to get further in that book before I can work on FTZ and actually know what the hell happens there, but I can fudge it until then, the specifics of those scenes anyway, but I do know that the current scenes are incorrect. So they need to be deleted, and then I need to rewrite some stuff, which is what I was doing last night, something. But that's the plan. I'm going to cycle through some stuff, eventually get to Untitled Mysteries and work on that. I still have some editing to do for a friend. That's taking a while. I'm only through like the first 6 chapters at the moment. But I'm going to turn on YouTube again and then get into some writing. Maybe eventually I'll game. I don't know. But regardless, I'll give you guys an update, hopefully, when I have one. But at the moment, it's only door-to-door sales slayer, and it's been 4 hours, so we'll see what happens.